So look, I grew up in the timber industry. My dad was a logger. My grandpa was a logger. My brothers were loggers. My uncles were loggers. I was the weird one in the bunch that said, I'm going to go to college. They all thought I was a little touched in the head, let's put it that way, because everybody else had been in the logging woods. And my daddy would make me go out onto the logging job with them. They didn't trust me much, though, because there's a lot of heavy machinery. And when I was about, I was probably in between Harper and Elias's age. So Harper's 8, Elias is 4. I was probably 6 or 7. My mom had to work, and so I went out into the logging woods with my dad. Wasn't no big deal. I went out there a couple times. Well, my older brother Chad, Chad's 16 years older than me. So he was my much older brother, right? And my dad says, Chad, will you take Jordan? And, you're going to get on that skidder, and y'all go out. You just let him ride with you on the skidder. So we went out, no big deal. We're going through the woods and I'm having a good time. And Chad says, well, now you sit in here. I've got to go walk down right there to see where the tree line is because we couldn't get through with this big machine. He said, don't touch anything. I'll be right back. I don't know what my brother was thinking. He was gone for about 3 minutes. And my 6-year-old brain had just assumed, okay, Chad's dead. He's been eaten by wolves. Because in every fairy tale that I had ever read, right, the wolves come and they eat you. So I was like, we're in the middle of the woods. Chad's been gone for more than 3 minutes. The wolves must have got him. So 6-year-old Jordan, who is sitting in this, $300,000 piece of equipment, decides, well, I'm going to have to drive out of here. And sure enough, I had been watching, because I was a very interesting child, and I was very observant. And I had been watching Chad, and I saw which knobs and which levers he had been pressing as we were going through the woods. So 6-year-old Jordan, I just got up behind the wheel of that thing. And off we go. And Chad, he told me this later. He's told me this now as an adult, that he heard the revving of the engine and he come running full blast. I had ran up against a tree and I couldn't go any further forward. I was trying to climb said tree. I had it about at a 45 angle. It was coming down. Chad come running and he's trying to jump up on the machine as I'm running it. Needless to say, when we got back to the job site, I was in trouble and I had to sit in the truck without the keys in it for the rest of the day. Now, I say all that to say this. Look, in the timber industry, you have something that's called a first thinning. So when you have this big orchard of trees or this big tract of timber, what you do is as it's growing up, when it gets to a certain height, they go through and they do what's called a first thinning. They go through and they take out some of the smaller trees so that the larger, healthier trees can grow even taller. The same thing was true in this festival of Pentecost. What they would do is they would go through the wheat field and they would take some of that, the tallest wheat, they would take it out. And I mean, this was good stuff. This was good stuff that they could have used, but instead they used it as a sacrifice to God.